Hey YouTube, so I haven't done a video in a while. I've been sort of a little bit bogged down by all this formal labs in my chemistry and biology class, but I guess I'll do one video now. And I've been doing some videos, but I just haven't been uploading them. I guess I'll upload them in a little while too. And so I've been posting comments on YouTube pretty much on Ron Paul's channel, and I was talking to this one guy about evidence, quantity of evidence. And he says there is no such thing as increasing evidence, that quantity of evidence does not exist, pretty much. He says, quote, "What is increasing evidence? There is evidence or there is not." So I used the biology example of, Lynn Margulis's, what is it called? The endosymbiosis theory, or endosymbiosis theory, whatever it is, however you pronounce it. Which really is just explains how the chloroplast and the mitochondria came about in eukaryotic cells. It is that one cell engulfed another, and then that cell was surrounded by a vesicle, and that vesicle became, well, it turned it into the chloroplast and mitochondria. So I asked him, what if I only told him that the only evidence to support this theory is that prokaryotic cells has 70s ribosomes. 70s stands for 70 Swedberg, which stands for the size of the ribosomes. So what if I told him that that was the only evidence to support the endosymbiosis theory? Would it be more convincing of this if I only told him that, or if I also told him that there's also circular DNA in these mitochondria and chloroplasts that only exist in prokaryotic cells? What if I told him that there is a triple membrane around this chloroplast and a double membrane around mitochondria, which means that there had to be an infolding in the cell membrane in order to form it? What if I also told him that recently we found the hatena in Japan, which is literally a cell that engulfs another cell and uses the engulfed cell for its specific function. And this function is very similar to the chloroplast. It's just like a chloroplast. So which one will be more believable? That one evidence, or the four or so more evidence that I provided that each of them had high quality or was good quality? So I think, and then after that, there was this one crazy guy, and that's where it gets to the fun parts. So this guy, he sees my scientific explanation, and it triggers some sort of emotional anger in him by some sort of religious conditioning. And he says, it just really doesn't. If I read you this, it just doesn't seem to fit at all with whatever I said. But this is how he responded to my science example about the endosymbiosis theory. He says, "Empty words from an empty man. You're just another little self-worshipping loser. There's nothing epic about you. Atheism is the end of you, not the beginning. There is a reason your words have no power or meaning, because you have no truth and fail to recognize that all of these people have the same eyes and ability to reason as you." So, screw the first sentence. Empty words from an empty man. Nah. I have something in me. I have organs. But no, I don't really care about that. Just a regular insult. And he says, "You're another little self-worshipping loser." As well, of course, for a person to be another self-worshipping loser, there has to be at least one, and that would show his underlying belief that there is many people who are self-worshipping losers, which I agree with, but I think he takes it to a higher extent, and he tries to imply that everyone except him is a self-worshipping loser, which I'll explain later, because he posts a lot of comments, and I do reply to him a lot. I shouldn't be feeding trolls, but this is one troll that I had fun feeding. So you just want, sometimes you just get bored and you just want to feed some of them. And he says there's nothing epic about you, which, well, I agree, because I don't believe in the term epic. I don't really believe that one person can be better than the other. A person can be more knowledgeable than the other. A person can know more about how the world works than the other. There's no such thing as one person being better than the other. One benefit of the fact of existentialism. He says, "Atheism is the end of you, not the beginning." As if somehow a belief can end the person. As if I believe the sun revolved around the earth, that would end my life somehow. As if in comparison to believing the earth revolved around a sun. He sort of like believes that atheism is, something connected to life or death. It's a religious. I mean, it's a religious belief. Religion deals with the afterlife, and he probably connects that the word atheism with the afterlife. Then he says, there's a reason your words have no power or meaning. Okay. I'm not sure what he means by that. Power or meaning. Words are words. And power or meaning is, well, it's supported by the amount of followers you have. I'm not that much of a popular person. As you can tell from the way I talk, I'm not probably really interesting to listen to either. I have horrible grammar. Yes, so my words probably have no meaning. I mean, they have power, but meaning, of course, everything you say has meaning. Meaning is implied from the person who says it, so whatever I say has inherent meaning because I assign it meaning. Whatever he says has meaning because he assigns the meaning to it. So, I mean, that doesn't apply. That doesn't mean that just because they have meaning, it's going to be true. But yeah, screw this. He says, because you have no truth. As if somehow truth can be attained. I mean, not to sound philosophical or anything, but science has the underlying foundation that that everything has to have a truth, because, of course, everything has to be a certain way. The Earth, of course, revolves around the sun, not the other way around. That is the truth. As if I didn't have truth, as if I didn't know the Earth revolved around the sun. And then he says, and failed to recognize that all these people have the same eyes and ability as you. So he says, I have no truth, implying that he has the truth, that he has the ability to communicate the truth. And then he says that I have the same ability to reason as everyone else, which refutes his previous assumption that I have no truth, that everyone has the same ability to reason. If everyone has the same ability to reason, then that means he wouldn't have a greater understanding of the truth than me. So he just pretty much refutes his previous argument. So I reply by saying, empty assumptions. I merely claim a default position that there is no evidence for Santa and there is no evidence for a God. For someone who has been commanded to, quote, love your enemy by Jesus, you sure don't act like you love me. Morality comes from experience, not a billion-euro book filled with mass murderers. And a claim that, without evidence, that's my default position. Your claim that it's the end of me shows your arrogance about your, quote, superior belief. And then he responds. Let me scroll down. He responds, lol, in uppercase letters, period. Did Jesus love the money changers? Question mark. Did he whisper blessings upon them between each strike of the whip? Question mark, question mark. Your hate and self-worship only moves my love to try and save you with truth. And if it can't, because you're a self-aware wannabe. Wow, someone I know about myself, but I want to be because I want to know. It's just like grammar that makes no sense. You're self-aware wannabe, as if you're aware of yourself, but you want to be aware of yourself. And you keep praying people, perhaps you deserve the whip as well. So he seems like the sort of money picker guy or cherry picker guy. He kind of chooses certain aspects of certain belief and then forgets all about the others. So I responded with, you make false assumptions of me as if I live to hate and self-worship and spin them around in superiority. You want to believe so strongly that everyone else is evil and you are the only view that is righteous. I don't want to be a god. I just want to be a normal person, just myself. I don't want to feel more superior than other people. My morals come from experience like yours and many others. I don't kill, I don't steal, I like to help others. And then I quoted one of Jesus's quotes. He says, let the man with no sin cast the first stone. Okay, so then he responds again. He says, I don't care what you believe, but your days worshipping yourself while hurting and deceiving are almost over. I figured you deserve a chance. He also says, forgiveness is a part of the equation. You do kill, you do steal, and all you do is hurt other people, and you know it. You kill the weakest and most unwanted. You steal from your neighbors using a politician, and you hurt people by trying to get them to worship themselves, and you by proxy. No prayer can save you now. So the entire thing here, this entire paragraph, this entire comment, shows his really idea that he is the one who is self-superior, that he is the one who is the one that doesn't kill, the one who doesn't steal, and the one who doesn't hurt others. And he makes all these false assumptions of myself, despite me telling him that I don't do any of this stuff, and most people don't do any of this stuff either. He wants to believe that he lives in a world in which he would be, I guess, the holy person in a world of darkness. You know, playing video games, you probably know the sort of feeling from it. It feels good to feel like you're the only one, the only one fighting for a good cause, and everyone else is evil. You know, it feels good to many people, and it feels good to play video games. So, I mean, the first sentence obviously conveys how hopeless this situation is. He says, "I don't care what you believe," which shows how ignorant that is, because if he doesn't care, he's not going to listen, and whatever evidence I provide to him, he's going to ignore it. Which is usually how it works. You know, they have it's an emotional based attachment. They want to believe something is the way it is, and they don't want it to change. It has a lot to do with politics and being raised up in religion, often choosing the party, choosing a certain team. People have a certain attachment to these things, and anyone who opposes it triggers a wave of anger in them. So okay, so what did he say again? He said, "I figure that you deserve a chance." Again, but to say that in the last sentence, he says, "No prayer can save you now," as if I deserve a chance, but I don't have a chance. I don't deserve a chance. Like, you deserve a chance, but you don't get a chance. And that's sort of the cruel belief hidden in his sort of paragraph. And then he makes the false assumptions that I kill, steal, and hurt other people, and that I know it. I killed people, but I know it. But I really don't see any blood on my hands. But I wash it off. I kill everyone. I just go around killing my friends. I go around killing policemen. I go around killing the president. But no, I know it. I'm a mass murderer. Okay, so just this guy is just there's no point even continuing with this. He just sort of fits in the category of these people who want to feel so righteous of themselves. They want to believe that they're the best in the world. They live in their fantasy world, pretty much like I said before, and I've repeated for the millionth time, that life is a video game, and they're the main characters. They're the heroes of the video game. And so they believe everyone else is evil except them, and whatever else you tell them, they'll ignore it. That's how conflicts arise, because two sides can't come to an agreement simply because they don't want to come to an agreement. They want to destroy the other person. They want to believe that the other is evil and they're holy. So, I mean, I hope you had some fun listening to this, because this guy is extremely funny. Stupid, but funny in a sense, in that his stupidity is funny. Redundancy. Okay, so I suck with English, but yeah, you probably already know that from all the previous videos you've watched. Okay, so, alright, see ya.